Good afternoon, guys. I am Ryan, Michigan Storm Chasers. An active Thanksgiving holiday week coming up here for you guys. Currently, it is Monday. We have snow chances that are currently ongoing in the UP as well as northern lower, but our attention is shifted to that Thanksgiving time frame and beyond for potential more snowfall. Let's go ahead and break it down. So, first and foremost, shout out to our sponsor, Cats Roofing and Siding, based out of the Lansing and Battle Creek metro areas. They cover roofing, siding, gutter, and window needs across much of the Lansing Battle Creek areas. Give them a call if you need some work done. 517-485-9886. Tell them MSC sent you. With that being said, the current projection in terms of snowfall for the UP and northern lower Michigan, we have the model here becoming quite aggressive in the past couple of model runs here to account for the growing concern for lake effect snow. The latest model here this afternoon continues to highlight the eastern part of the UP in a 6 to 12 plus inch zone for snow. Further west, it is a little bit drops off there, a couple inches, 4, 5, 6 in spots. And then over here, some little pinpricks of some higher accumulation. So overall, lake effect will continue between now and into Wednesday morning as this northwest winds continue to crank, giving us the warm lake waters with colder air temperatures. It's going to dump some lake effect snow up there. I noticed up there in northern lower by Gaylord could get a few inches of accumulation as well. For the most part, it should stay in the UP. Now, attention is then shifted to a mostly dry Tuesday and a mostly dry Wednesday for us here across much of Michigan, except in the UP, obviously, where lake effect continues. But overall, tracking a system for Thanksgiving here. And as the latest model depicts here, there is our system coming in Wednesday night. This piece of energy is going to develop in the region here, and it is going to depend on how far north, how far south that goes. And a lot of these little details come into play, like how fast is it going to develop? Is it going to merge with another system we're kind of watching? There's a lot that's going on with this system, but overall potential, I believe, is increasing for some precipitation on the Thanksgiving morning time frame. Go ahead and switch over here to the NAM3. I'll show you guys why. So been kind of keep an eye on the European, the GFS solution. The European typically is the one that's correct for the wintertime forecasting at a mid-range point. The GFS has been right, though, this year, so it kind of gives us a little bit of a muddled opinion of what model to trust. Currently, at least yesterday, it would look like the GFS was going to be the one to trust again, as it's been going this winter. But today, we're seeing a shift back to the more European leaning model. So here's the NAM3. The NAM3 is a short term model. It's a great at depicting areas of rain versus snow. And this is the first time it's modeling for the Thanksgiving system. Looking at how this comes together, though, this is Wednesday morning here. Here's Wednesday evening. We're seeing this development here with rain and snow showers across Indiana, Ohio. Notice here in southern Michigan as well. But notice how far north this is as it moves into the eastern part of the Ohio Valley here. And if you notice here, this is at 1 a.m. Thursday morning, so late Friday or late Wednesday into early Thursday. We have snow showers all the way up to basically I-96, Flint to Grand Rapids, point southward. And that's going to be the system to watch here. Whereas the GFS has shown that system further south, the Euro shows it further north. The short-term models are coming in and agreeing currently with the European. So I'd say chances of a precipitation filled Thanksgiving morning are increasing, whether that's snow or rain or perhaps a mix of both. We'll have to keep an eye on things. But if it is a purely snow solution, I wouldn't expect more than a few inches of snow. So it shouldn't be anything major. But with the cold temperatures coming in, anything that's going to fall will likely slick the roads up. So do keep that in mind Thanksgiving morning here. We'll have an update for you guys tomorrow on this and how it's trending. But as of right now, as of today, which is Monday afternoon, I would say we're kind of shifting away from the GFS solution, more to the European solution, which indicates that we could get some precipitation going on in southern, perhaps south central Michigan. And notice up there in UP as well, lake effect snow showers continue. So even into Thanksgiving morning, expect the UP to be involved with some lake effect up there. We'll have more on that as we get closer as well. Past that time frame, we're going to go back to the GFS model, as I do believe both the European and GFS have a good handle on the overall pattern past Thanksgiving. Notice how the winds after Thanksgiving will turn and stay out of the northwest. These are called isobars, these black lines that are going from northwest to southeast. That indicates our winds at this level of the atmosphere are turned from northwest to southeast. And when those westerly, whether this way or northwesterly that way, these winds go over the warm lake waters of Lake Michigan, Lake Superior, and sometimes even Lake Huron up there in the thumb, we can get a favorable active pattern for lake effect snow. And this is no exception coming up here past Thanksgiving. So starting late Thanksgiving into Friday, And that pattern continues at least until Monday, perhaps Tuesday, or even later. And that could lead to significant lake effect accumulations in our snow belts. And that typically is West Michigan and the entire part of the UP. So if you know you live in a lake effect prone zone, I do believe that the upcoming pattern after Thanksgiving is going to dump quite a bit of snow for you guys. Just where and how much, it still need to be answered here, as short-term models are best at depicting where these lake effect bands can set up. We're not going to have those models until probably late Wednesday. So keep that in mind as we get closer to the weekend. I know people are going to be traveling back from Thanksgiving. We could see some lake effect snow showers, perhaps heavy at times here in portions of Michigan. It's going to be an active pattern here continuing into the first part of December. And as the final note here, the temperatures will continue to plummet after Thanksgiving. Here is your temperature chart from the GFS model. Here's Thanksgiving, the milder air down here across the Ohio Valley kind of spreads up here into Michigan. We're in the 50s today in spots, 40s tomorrow. And then by the time Wednesday, Thursday rolls around, here comes that cold, we're going to call it Arctic air. But the good news, though, is Lake Michigan is going to act as a barrier for some of these colder temperatures. So we're probably going to be in the 20s for highs and perhaps teens for lows, maybe even single digits, and perhaps close to zero wind chills in spots of Michigan at time. But off to our west across the lake, we have no protection from Lake Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota. We're seeing these surface temperatures right around, single digits, if not below zero. So a very cold stretch of weather is coming, and that will continue to hang around for at least the first week or so of December, perhaps first half of December, before we kind of warm back up a little bit. So an extended period of cold is coming, and also the amplified jet stream will continue to push systems through. It could be a very active next 2 weeks for us here, perhaps 3 weeks or more for us here in Michigan in terms of snowfall, and perhaps some rain chances some days as well. But overall, cold, snowy. Winter is coming. Winter, I guess, is here, you could say. It officially starts meteorologically December 1st. I believe astronomical winter is, I want to say, December 21st at the solstice, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. But overall, cold, snowy pattern. We'll have updates for you guys on Thanksgiving tomorrow, and also the long-term pattern and how it's looking, how it's trending. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out. I'll see you guys tomorrow here on Michigan Storm Chasers YouTube channel.